Hi there, this is Amy Kynes from Ready, Aim, Teach, and today I'm excited to talk to you about a way to use a foldable, our top tab organizer, to get your kids to organize their information, but think about it in terms of the season. So we know we're getting really close to Thanksgiving and our kids might be getting a little squirrely. You might be having difficulty sustaining their attention or getting their attention back, or they might be focusing on lots of different things at one time. We know foldables, those interactive graphic organizers, are a great way to maintain their attention, give their hands something to do. So I wanted to share with you some different ways that you might use this, but focus on gratitude at the same time. This is our top tab foldable, and you can actually have as many different tabs as you like. And in our upcoming workshop, we show you how to make this as well as a bunch of other different foldables. Let me share with you my thinking, and I'm going to share with you some elementary ways you might do it and then go into how you might do this at the secondary level. So what you can do is have your students start thinking about things for which they're grateful. So for example, you can have your students be thinking about their family. So if this were one of my children making this, if they were younger, right? So they might make their own top tab foldable about their own family. I would teach them, of course, how to make the foldable. Then I'm grateful for my family, and then they list their family members. And again, with the top tab, you can make as many different tabs as you want. So they list their family members. And then within each of the tabs, they write what they're grateful for each of those family members. So for example, their brother Brady. So my brother Brady is actually a pretty good brother. He usually lets me play with his stuff and we have fun with the same video games. I'm grateful he's my brother. So they would write about their brother Brady, they do their illustration, and of course it would depend on the grade level what they might write. I'm grateful for my dog Moonlight, and they would write about their dog Moonlight. And you can imagine how powerful something like this might be for families then to share at the dining room table, right? We know Thanksgiving this year is going to be really different for families. They probably are not traveling, they might not have extended family that they used to have. But imagine the student then being able to sit around with their family and share their book. Another thing you might do is after you've taught your students how to make it, everybody makes their book, and you then do a recording. So if you're meeting on Zoom, you hit the record button and you record everybody sharing their top tab foldable, and you send the video out to families. So just like you're recording like a presentation that your class has done or coming to an assembly, you've created a family, we're grateful for our family video, and you send that out to families to enjoy for Thanksgiving. What a special moment. And then the families could watch the whole thing for their whole class, or they could go to their own families. And that's a really special thing that you might do. So that's an example of how you might do it for an individual student thinking about their own family. Another example you might think about is having students think about who in the community they're grateful for. I think this pandemic has really given us the opportunity to really kind of look outside ourselves and think about who in the community has just been a great resource and who are we appreciative of. So we might, if I were at the elementary level or even at the secondary level, we might list all the different community workers who have really come through in this pandemic, and then each student in the class would take one of them and they could do why are they grateful for that particular person. So this one, I'm grateful for grocery store workers, for example. And then again on each of the tabs, they list why are they grateful for that particular attribute. So because they make the trip quick and easy, because they don't act scared, they're helpful, and they're friendly. And then on each one, they've written an explanation of why that is. And again, because we're in the distance environment, we wouldn't necessarily be able to give this to the person itself. But again, we could make a class recording, and I might do Mrs. Kynes' 5th grade book of community workers, or Mrs. Kynes' 5th grade thank you to the community. And we could publish this. We could then send this out to the community. If I had family permission, of course, I could send this to the community to say thank you for everything you've done. Imagine how powerful that might be if the students were recorded reading their thank you books to the community. How powerful that would be for a community worker to hear somebody saying thank you to them. So you might include doctors and nurses and postal workers and grocery store workers, delivery people, the people who have been out there on the front lines each and every day since this pandemic started, a way for your students to give back. So I was thinking about secondary students and how we might do this for them that would be age appropriate. And I was thinking about a secondary student might think about it, about who am I grateful for if I'm a secondary student? So, what am I grateful for? I might be grateful for my family's health. I might be grateful that everybody still has jobs. I might be grateful for my friends, and I might be grateful for the ability to still be able to get outside, that I'm not shut inside my house. And then as a secondary student, I might then be able to reflect on it. So it's almost like a journal entry. And the students all then are journaling about each one of those particular areas. So I thought this could be a really nice activity that you're doing. So you're doing a couple different things at once. Number one, you're using this top tab foldable as an interactive graphic organizer. The nice thing with the top tab, you've got your central concept on top, and then you break it down into its component parts. So, and again, you can have as many tabs as you like. You break it into its component parts. It's very hands-on. Again, you can have illustrations on the back if you like. So break it into its component parts. And so number one, you're getting a very kinesthetic activity. You're focusing on something students are engaged with and excited about, something that's meaningful to them. And then we're focusing on something that is important right now. So we're really tailoring it to the time, the season, and an opportunity for people to say thank you, which I think is really important right now, and share their gratitude and their appreciation of others. And also to kind of look internally, what am I grateful for with my family or with myself, which is important this time of year. So we would love to see your examples if you use this, if you know how to make a top tab, or if you do this with your students. We have a great workshop. It's actually coming up this weekend, Fold and Learn, using multiple modalities to boost critical thinking. It's one day for one graduate credit. You can join us live for it on Saturday, or you can take it asynchronously, just like the other two courses we have this fall. We'd love to have you. So reach out if you have any questions. And on behalf of all of us at Ready Aim Teach, thank you so much for what you continue to do for students each and every day.